Once was a land of woe and strife, where the people were bereft of hope. They prayed to their gods of might and light to deliver the heroes of old. Instead they got heroes. Did you hear the quotes in my voice of moral ambiguity? They may help or may not help you at all, depends on what's in it for them. They kick and they punch and they maul and they smash, they lie and they scheme and they burn and they slash. Succeed or fail, it adds to the tale. Dungeons and Debacle starts now.
Hello everybody out there in Streamland. Welcome to the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. I am your host and dungeon master, Kevin. Going around the table, Blake.
Hi, I'm Blake, and I'll be playing Juliet, the eldritch knight / wizard Dragonborn.
And Hannah.
I'm Hannah, and I'll be playing Talia, the human rogue.
And John.
Hello. I'm playing Alunodas, Elven monk. Dance fanatic.
He's okay. And Shane.
That's me playing Alexander, the human bard.
And Anna.
Yeah, I'm Anna. I'll be playing Vic'ala, Alean'mtor, a Drow Paladin.
Alright, so the last time on Dungeons and Debacles podcast, you guys were faced with two puzzles. Who we had the wonderful Dungeon Master Joel come in and DM that for us. He's at Atlanta Game Master, and he creates various puzzles for Dungeons and Dragons games. You were faced with a door puzzle, which you were able to figure out and get through, not without some damage to you. Next, you found yourselves in the main top room of this Fey Shrine that you're currently in. There was a checkerboard floor, and you had to make performance checks and dance across it. Many of you suffered damage for not following this dance correctly, and several levels of exhaustion. Never seen anything like that before. That was a really cool mechanic. So where you find yourselves now is on the other end of this main floor. You are catching your breath. You have Luno and Alexander and Nyfron, who are exhausted at this point from dancing. Nyfron so much that he is unable to move. So what you see now is a stone stairway that is going to lead down into darkness. But at the end of this 30-foot run of these steps, you can see a faint light. Where you are now on the other side of this dance floor, you're going to see on either side of this doorway to this stairway, there is a reliefs carved into the wall. On the left side is a carving of a flame, and on the right side there is a carving of a snowflake. Also on the right side of this stairway, you're going to see a raised stone basin containing water. And there's writing around the rim of this in that same language that you've seen on everything that you have figured out is Sylvan.
I suggest we take 5 long rests.
I don't think we should stay here any longer than we have to. Maybe one long rest. Or we could come back for Nyfron. I think that's a better idea. We don't know how much time we have before people get in front of the portal.
Nyfron's going to say, I can make it, and he gives you a thumbs up and then tries to raise his head, and then he's going to fall back down to the ground.
Talia's gonna pat him on the top of the head. It's okay, Nyfron. We'll be back for you. I promise. Wink.
I've just got to I'm going to rest my eyes for a second. I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting my eyes.
Okay, so do we want to continue on? Do we want to take a short rest, a long rest? I feel like taking a long rest here is probably a bad idea, but
We won't be able to get Nyfron back out of here without a long rest.
That's not true. I can drag him on top of my tensor's floating disc.
What if we have to dance back across the floor?
Then I guess Nyfron will have to follow me on a disc.
That'll be fun. Alright, let's, I guess we can go.
Yep, I guess we
Everyone
should.
agree?
Yeah, I guess we can go
Yeah.
ahead and do the thing and then catch him on the way back.
So we move forward.
Well, there's another puzzle at this stupid door. I hate fairies.
At least this one seems a little more obvious. It's got some flames and frost, looks like.
Mm-hmm. And a basin of water.
So
Oh,
the two reliefs carved into the wall don't have any writing. It's just the symbols of flame and a snowflake. But this stone basin, it's raised probably about 3 feet off the ground. It has writing around the rim of the basin, and there is water inside of it, and the water here is probably about maybe 6 inches deep. You can see the bottom of it.
And there was writing on something, right?
It's on the rim around this basin.
What does it say?
It's in Sylvan.
Alexander,
one
can
of us
you
have-
translate
yeah.
that for us with your ritual?
Sure thing. I will ritual cast Comprehend Link.
Okay, so you cast that, and 10 minutes later, the writing becomes clear. And the writing says, "Be refreshed after such a dance."
It says be refreshed after such a dance. I don't think Nyfron and
Alunodas
myself
drinks
or
some.
Lynn are very refreshed.
Okay, so
Maybe we should.
Lunados, you're drinking the water?
Yep.
Okay, so you drink the water, and you feel completely refreshed and rested.
Do ya? So does that mean no more exhaustion?
Yeah, it removes all your exhaustion points.
Sweet.
How was that,
But,
Luna?
I feel better.
Talia's gonna bring a handful over to Nyfron and like dribble it into his mouth.
Okay. So you dip your hands into the water, and it's cool and clear, and you walk over to Nyfron, and he starts for a second, now noticing that you're hovering above you, and you dribble some of the water into his mouth before he can protest, and his eyes go wide, and he sits up.
Can I
Okay,
bottle
so
some of them?
does it just remove the exhaustion? What?
It also will bring you up to maximum hit points.
Okay.
I will
Can
drink
put
some as well.
water in a bottle. Some
Yeah,
of this water.
can we do we have an empty flask anywhere that we can put some of this in to save for later?
I don't know, do you? I'm assuming you've got water skins.
I would
Can
like to
I,
try to fill up a water skin with this magic water.
Yeah, same.
Okay. You fill the water skins up.
I'm also going to drink some of it so that I go back to max hit points.
Same
Okay.
here. Alright.
How much
Still
water
hate
is
fairies,
left
but-
in there?
As you remove the water, it seems like it's slowly filling back up.
Alright, well, Juliet will drink some to get HP back. 30 as this water probably is, compared to when it first started.
Racist.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I would know what would cause the water to do this?
You can try.
Probably fairy pee.
7.
It's alien to you.
Reasonable enough.
Some of that elf magic. Or fey magic.
Alright, now about this doorway. Fire and ice. Do we... Is there, like, you said there... Describe the doorway again. Is it just stairs going down?
It is a square doorway that's about 15 feet wide and about 10 feet tall. It's made of stone. And on either side of this, and the doorway leads to stairs that go down about 30 feet. You see a faint glow at the bottom of the steps. And then on either side of the doorway, you are going to see those carvings. On the left side, there is fire, and on the right side is a snowflake.
Okay, well, Juliet is going to go through the doorway, preferably on the side that has the fire motif for relief.
Okay. So are you walking down the steps?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk down the steps, and that glow gets a little brighter down there.
Oh, okay. There's something down here, everyone. Come.
I'll start
I'm gonna
making
follow
my way
Juliet.
down.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her.
Yep. And so will Luna.
Okay, so you walk down the steps, and after that 30 feet, you are going to come across a platform that's about 15 feet by 15 feet, and there are more stairs that descend down. You're basically making this is a flight of stairs. So you went down 30 feet, there was a platform, and then it twisted back around the opposite direction that you came, but down. And that glow begins to get brighter. Everybody give me a perception check.
Natural 1.
20.
4.
11.
All right, Alunodas. Nobody else hears this but you, but it sounds like there are several people down this flight of steps, and you can hear them talking. And then
Guys, you smell that? Hear that?
Smell
You
what?
smell something? There's people talking downstairs.
That's hearing.
And then you're going to hear some shuffling of feet, like people like sprinting,
Shuffle?
and then everything stops.
I think they heard us.
Get ready to kill.
Is now a
Yeah,
good time to
crossbows.
play my bagpipes?
It's never not a good time to play your bagpipes.
Yeah.
So now
Go for it.
I will
Put my
blast my
earplugs in.
bagpipes.
Okay. So you blast your bagpipes, and you play for about a minute, and you still just playing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play and just motion for everybody to start going down.
I plug my ears as we go.
Okay, everybody, place yourselves on this stairwell.
Which direction is this coming from? So it's like the top of the stairs where it came from the dance floor?
Yes.
Just
You
making
basically
sure.
went. You basically went down a flight of steps.
I'm confused. Up is towards the people here or down?
You are placed at the north right now.
Okay. I think I get it.
So you start descending this second flight of stairs, and you're seeing that glow get brighter. But Alunodas, the movement you heard before has now stopped. Are you still playing your bagpipes?
Sure am.
No fear.
Okay. So after about a minute of this, you're going to hear a lilting elven woman's voice from down inside this chamber say, "Could you please knock that racket off?"
How about you ask nicely and I'll start playing louder? Can I even understand her?
Oh yeah, she's speaking common.
Okay, yeah. How about you start asking nicely and then I'll play louder?
I don't ask nicely, I command.
Well, too bad for you. These bagpipes are gonna keep playing. I'll
Alexander.
continue playing.
Okay. So, you keep playing.
Let me get a performance check, just to make sure he's not... How awful is he, basically?
You mean how good is he? Let's be positive here.
Right. Half glass, half full, okay?
See, he's pretty good.
So he's positively awful.
Well, I mean,
that's a
it's
15.
bagpipes, yeah.
I mean, you're playing pretty well. But nothing seems to be happening.
I'll stop being petty and stop playing and start going down the steps.
Okay, how far are you going to go down?
Can I get a revealed portion at the bottom so I can see how far it goes, please?
So as you go further down, the way that the stairs are angled here, you can't see a lot into the room unless you get down on the bottom of the steps. You can see about that far.
Okay, I'll make my way to the base of the steps.
I'll follow him.
Yep. Juliet will also accompany.
Oh, the room is lighted.
All right, so as you walk into the room, you hear the woman say, "Are you quite finished? I've been waiting for you. Companion Talewright said the Talons would be sending someone, perhaps even the imposter companions, which it seems you are, would be coming for the boots. But he doubted your ability to discover they were taken to this sacred place, much less overcome the challenges of the Feywild. I, however, underestimate no one. I see you're as strong as any warrior acolyte who have come for their Kanima warrior initiation. But you will not be facing a novice this day. I am Gilandra Silverbow, Marshal General of Feydale. The blood of Savior Elisian Silverbow runs in my veins. The boots are here." And then she's going to click her heels together. "If you want them, come and take them from my feet, villains."
Kinky.
Juliet cracks her knuckles.
I
So-
take my earplugs out, and I'm like, what did she say?
She was threatening
I
us.
kind of missed that.
So,
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
my
We need to
favorite.
cut her feet off. That's all we're looking for here.
Oh, okay.
So you take a quick glance around this room, and you're going to see several braziers that are supplying some bright light. There's 4 large statues, 2 on either side of the path before you, and they appear to be some elven heroes that you don't recognize. The room appears to be about 60 feet in width and 100 feet or so long, and there's some this raised altar near the back. You look around, you're going to see several archers around the room, and at the bottom platform against this back wall of this, there's a raised platform with a large statue of Corellin Larethian. And you're going to see an older male elf wearing fine green silk robes pointing a wand in your direction. And on top of that platform, you're going to see the woman who is speaking. She's slender. She's got this long platinum hair, and she's wearing this silver and dark green tunic. And she's going to smile at you and raise her bow. And as she does, fire, like a fast-burning fuse, traces its way along the bowstring. You can see an arrow made of flame appear out of nowhere, and it's knocked and pointing right at you. I'm going to need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative. Hold on just a second. Let me delete. There. Okay. Roll initiative.
Oh, whoops, I didn't send it to the tracker.
Oh, a whooping 20.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
Drinking that water, would it give us the effects of being in a short rest?
Yes.
Long rest.
Long rest.
Okay, so
Does that
we
include
regained
spells?
all of our spell slots and stuff.
Correct.
Exactly. Oh, awesome. Okay.
Somebody's got some new bardic inspiration.
Oh.
Would have been a super dick move to send us into a boss fight exhausted.
Yeah.
That would have been
It
up
would
to
be a
you.
dick move, though. It would have been a solid move. We weren't responsible enough to heal up and, make our way through. We're heroes. If we don't face challenges, what are we?
Not heroes.
I mean, are we really heroes? Let's get down to brass
Heroes
tacks.
are a
Yeah.
construct made by the bourgeoisie to keep the proletariat down.
Okay, Marks, we got you.
All right. Is everybody in initiative?
Yeah, it's Luno Marks first, I want to say. Oh, it's just not ordered.
All right. So, High Elf 4 is going to go first. He is going to move over here behind this statue, and is going to fire at Vic'ala.
Bring it on.
First attack is a 13, and the second one is an 8.
Both miss.
All right, next up is High Elf 6, who the only person really he can see to hit is Vic'ala, so he's going to fire his bow at you. That's a
So I'm here
24 and a
for.
20.
24 and 20 both hit.
All right, so that will be a total of 13 points of damage.
14 or 13?
13. 1-3.
Goddamn language barrier.
All right, next up is Gilandra. Has this flaming arrow knocked, is going to fire at Alexander. That is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit me.
You are going to take 10 points of damage. And then everyone within 10 feet of you is going to take 9 points of fire damage. And you're going to take that as well.
Oh, I also take
Or
fire
actually, no,
damage?
you get a... take everybody within 10 feet, give me a dex save.
Aha!
Yeah, 3.
13.
25.
15.
All right, so Luno and Vic, you are going to take 4 points of fire damage, and everybody else takes.
I think I take 0.
Are you
Because
using?
I got that monkey evasion.
Oh,
Okay.
defeat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm only going to take half because I have evasion.
Okay.
Yes, great. It's eating shit.
All right. So next, she is going to fire her bow at Vic, Alexander, and Juliet. First one for Vic is a 10. That's going to miss. That's a 21 on Alexander.
Hits me.
Okay, you're going to take 5 points of damage. And Juliet, that's a 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
You're going to take 11 points of damage.
Sounds good.
Oh, it doesn't.
Next up is Luno.
Alright, should I attack the wizard or the bow bitch?
Kill the
Either way, I'm
wizard,
gonna
or
click
kill
my
the
heels
boat.
together.
Oh, okay.
I click my heels together and gonna run all the way across the room. The only question is, do I attack the wizard or the aristocrat?
I would say the wizard, he's much squishier, right?
Probably. Alright. I'm gonna start punching this fucker. Well, technically I'm using my quarterstaff. 20
That hits.
for 10 damage. 11.
That's going to miss.
And my final attack, 19
That'll hit.
for 7 more damage.
All right.
That is
so
it for Luno's turn.
you run across this room and run around this altar here towards the back, and just come up and just wham, wham, wham.
Well, technically just wham wham.
And he staggers a bit. Talia, you're up.
Alright, so Talia is going to, if I did it right, I should be able to move here. My math should be good on that. She's going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
And then she is going to stab with her offhand at High Elf 5. That's a 12.
Mirror image is an action, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's this is my bonus action
Offhand.
to stab with.
Well,
Offhand.
that's
I don't
not.
think you can do that.
I'm pretty
No.
sure that's only if you...
That's if you
have to
take
use
an
the
attack
attack
action.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So you took
So I'm just gonna cast.
Yeah, you took an action to cast that spell. If you took an attack action, you would get, the stab and then the offhand, but you can't, cast a spell and do an offhand bonus action.
Okay.
So just dodge or something.
Yeah, I guess I'll prepare a dodge.
I mean,
Alright.
Yes,
you take the
although-
dodge action and give everyone disadvantage to hit you.
Although, if
How'd
that's
that
the
work?
case, because I thought I could do that as a bonus action, get back here. I might start running across the room then, if that's okay instead.
Okay. So you cast mirror image and then run down the steps into the middle of the room.
Yes.
Alright.
This is a great plan. It's not gonna fail. I promise.
Are you done?
Yep.
Alright, High Elf 3 is going to see Alunodas run across the room. So she is going to spin and fire at you, Luna.
Okay.
So that is a 14, that's going to miss, and the other one is a crit fail.
Ha ha ha.
So that's a 12 on the crit table. And that is...
So embarrassed she dies?
Let's see. No, this is expeditious retreat. You must move your move speed away from the target.
So she's gonna run up toward Vic and Alexander and Juliet.
Yep. That's not PG friendly though, guys.
Next up is High Elf 5, and she is going to turn and fire at Talia, who's entered the room.
What?
That is a 24 and a 12.
Okay, so...
Wait, did you
yeah, I
take
rolled
the
one
dodge
d20.
action?
I did take the... I did ready a dodge action.
I thought that was a bonus action that just gave people disadvantage. I can't remember how that works. It's been too long since I played a rogue.
I never played a rogue.
What's a rogue?
You mean a rouge?
Oh,
Rouge
okay,
vampires.
sure.
Rogue you?
Yeah, just a dodge is a bonus action for a rogue, and that means every attack roll against you has disadvantage. Oh, and you also have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
And you also have mirror image.
You are nigh
I do.
unhittable.
Right now, yeah. So I'm gonna roll a d20. Well, yeah, Kevin, I think you have to roll disadvantage on both of those because you would have disadvantage on
right.
The attacks.
Okay, so the disadvantage on that is a 22.
And the other one would be...
The other one didn't hit at all. The first attack
Yeah, no,
was
it
a
wouldn't
20.
even hit one of my mirror images. Alright, so...
But the first attack was a 24 and a 22.
And it hits me. Son of a...
Wow.
So you
Wow.
were going to take 9 points of damage.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Next up's Alexander.
That is me. I will try and shoot the High Elf Wizard with my short bow.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
8 damage.
All right.
And then I gain 50% as temp HP.
So you get 4 temp HP.
Correct. And then I will use my move action to hide behind Vic.
Okay.
And pass my turn.
Okay.
Next up is
Be there
Juliet.
for long.
Alright, Juliet is going to move forward and use a spell, Fog Cloud, right around the area near High Elf 6 and 3. Let me drop that card down. So there's a 20-foot radius thingy, and I'm going to drop it. Sorry, I'm trying to make it the right size. God damn it. I'm going to place that right there, which should cover up High Elf 6 and 3, and then there's a gigantic area around that. I think Talia and I are safe. Vic might be as well. It doesn't matter, it doesn't affect us right now, but I think that will also block line of sight to Vic and Alexander, which is good. You guys won't be targeted.
Heck yeah.
One question though. I don't think I'm in the initiative order at all.
That is not. What shape are you guys doing? What is this?
What?
Oh, I thought that was 20 feet.
It's a 20-foot circle.
Okay.
There you go.
That is not centered.
Oh, where did you...
There's a little circle.
Ah.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
Juliet, do you want to do anything else?
Yes. I am going to take a bonus action to second wind to get some health back.
All right.
Hold on a minute. Where the hell did I put that?
So 1d10 plus your fighter level, right?
Yep. 14.
All right, is that it for you?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Victor up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move 30 feet forward, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Gilandra Silverbow.
Okay. What's the DC?
DC is
10 plus proficiency plus wisdom mod, or no, charisma mod is my guess.
that's 17. Yes.
Okay. Against what?
I kept looking for the save DC in the core. Sorry.
Against what? What kind of save is it? Wisdom?
Yes.
That is a... let's see, a hold person. Does this count as a... Doesn't count as a charm spell, does it? Alright, she fails.
Good. Sorry, it took me a couple of seconds.
So, she is currently held.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is High Elf 1. That was pretty clutch. High Elf 1 is going to turn and fire at Alunodas. That is a 23 and a 17.
The 23 will hit.
Alright, that is for 9 points of damage.
And I catch it and throw it back at him.
Okay.
Because it's D10 plus Dex mod plus monk level, so there's no way for me not to catch it. So, I catch it, spend a chi point, and wing it back at him. 21.
That hits.
And I don't know what the damage would be, but... So what's the die roll for that?
It would be whatever your monk ability is.
The damage is damage for the missile plus 5. So whatever I need to know the die for the.
It's a he's got a longbow, so it's 1d8.
9 damage. Huh. So he takes 9 damage.
That's pretty good.
All right, so you fling that back, and he's going to say, well, this isn't working. You're going to see him sling his bow back and pull out a short sword, and then run over here. And that's going to be the end of his turn. Next up is High Elf 2. She is going to fire an arrow at Juliet. That is a 15 for the first one and a 25 for the second one.
That 25 will hit.
That's going to be 7 points of damage.
Alright.
Alright, next up is the wizard. He is going to Misty Step over here and is going to cast Grease. So I'm going to need...
You're gonna need...
Sorry, doing the math here.
Grease.
Everybody in this
wow.
this box right here. Oh no, it's a 10-foot radius. My bad. Hold on. I'll shrink it.
I was about to say, that's like... Did he cast it as a 4th level spell? Damn.
Damn.
All right, that works out. So everybody in this box, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you. So Juliet, Talia, and Vic.
Say 16.
No, wait.
That's a 1.
Nice.
Ow.
10-foot square, centered on a point.
Do I need to do a concentration check too, by the way?
No,
no,
because
you,
you're
only
not.
when you take damage.
Okay.
It would only be 2 squares on a side, right?
This, I'm reading 10-foot
10 foot.
radius.
No, it's a 10-foot
Nice.
square. I don't know.
Let me look it up real quick.
I would have thought 10-foot square meant 10 foot on a side. And I think that's the way we played it in the past.
Yes, it's a 10-foot square, not radius. Thanks for pointing that out. Oh, it's too small for me to grab a hold of. There we go. So we'll put it right there. So Vic, you won't have to save. Talia saves and Juliet saves, so basically this has no effect.
Whew.
Nice.
You
For the
could have done
moment.
it on me with my 1. Thank you.
Next up is Nyfron.
You just had to start at the back.
It's going to dash over here and take 2 attacks against High Elf 5. The first one is a crit fail. So let's resolve that first. Tripped up, you slip and fall. Your opponent must use a move action to stand up. This can be done at the same
Ouch.
turn if you've not used your move yet. So the second attack is a crit hit
From the ground.
from the ground as he slips and falls.
Worse than the best.
He slips, falls, and stabs the guy right in the groin.
So that
That's
is,
canon.
yeah. So that is a 10 points of damage.
And what's the special effect of the crit?
See, that is
I hope it's something ridiculous given the position he's in.
compromised defense. Target takes -1 penalty to AC until the end of the attacker's next turn. Alright, next up is High Elf 4. It's going to turn and fire at Juliet. That is an 8 and an 18.
Alright, with that 18, I'm going to cast Shield to get a higher AC and beat that.
Alright, so you cast that and the arrow just harmlessly bounces off of it and hits the ground.
And I am also going to use Arcane Ward, which I have whenever I cast an abjuration spell, and it's like temporary HP, only better.
Okay. Next up is High Elf 6, who can't see because they're in the fog cloud, is going to move right here and can't really see and doesn't want to come out of this cloud, not knowing where everybody else is, so he's going to stop right there. Next up is Gilandra, who is currently held, who gets to make another wisdom saving throw. That is a 16. What's your DC again?
I think it was 17?
17, yeah.
Okay, so she fails.
The double checking.
That seems a little high.
Well,
What's
it
your
starts
charisma
out at
score?
8. You add 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your intelligence modifier.
Charisma. And her.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
So-
using mine. So,
That's 8 plus 3, which is 11, plus your charisma
Did that
modifier.
spell DC though? Starts? What you
should
said
be spell
earlier?
DC.
Yeah. Because my spell DC is 11, my charisma modifier is +3, and proficiency
No,
+3.
proficiency was already added in there. That was the 8 plus 3
Oh,
to make it 11.
okay. Now I get it. That's confusing. Sorry.
Alright, so she
So it
does
should be
succeed.
14, not 17.
14. Okay. Yeah, that's
15.
excessively high.
4. She has a +4 in charisma, right?
Ah,
Plus
Got a
3.
+3.
Oh, +3. Okay, you're right then. 14.
So it's 14, not 17. Okay.
Alright, so she is going to save,
Yep.
but still has to waste her turn making that save. Alright, so she shakes off that effect, and next up is Luna.
alright. I am going to punch this high elf who dared attack me. Well, technically I'm going to smack him with my quarterstaff. Alright, first attack. 18.
And that is against High Elf 1.
Yes.
That's going to hit.
Aha, for 9 damage. And attack number 2. 26. 10 more damage.
Yep.
And my third attack. 22 for 11
that
more
hits.
damage. Okay. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and spend a cheap point on Flurry of Blows. And I'll hit him.
Yep.
Alright, and I'll go ahead and take away his reactions. I'll come down here and use my last attack against Gilandra. 16.
That was going to miss. And you are also, this High Elf, this is the one that you...
I took away his reactions, so he can't.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to use... Let's see, where can I stand near Gilandra?
That's as close as you can get is at the bottom of this platform.
Okay. Alright, so that is it for Luno's turn, having done... Damn. Looks like 37 damage. No. Yeah. To High Elf 1.
Yeah, and this, that elf is looking really rough.
Alright.
Alright, Talia, you're up.
All right. So this square here, remind me again what it is. So I'm going to try to move here, which should give me line of sight to L4, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Then I'm going to throw a dagger at him. 15?
That's gonna miss.
And my offhand? That's a 12. That's gonna miss too. And that is her turn, I guess. She still has her duders active, so there's that.
Alright.
Your damage.
High Elf 3 is going to move out of this fog cloud, and he pops out and is going to see Alexander and is going to take a bow shot at him. The first one is a 25 and the second one is a 20.
They will both hit.
The first one's going to be for 6 points of damage, and the second one is going to be for 7 points of damage.
Put me at 40.
Alright, next up is High Elf 5. Is going to drop his longbow and pull out a short sword and attack Nyfron.
Good luck with that.
It's an 18 and a 23. Both of those are going to hit for...
I take it back. I don't want to wish him luck.
Actually, he's going to parry one of these as a reaction.
I didn't know he could do that. Did he go up a level 2?
He could always do that. So that is 12, so he is going to negate that first attack, and so he will just take 11 points of damage. Alright, next up is Alexander.
That's me. I will cast invisibility on myself with a second level slot. And then I will start going towards the opposite side of the map. So let me just use my little thingy here to figure out the distances. I'm going to go to the top left of Talia.
Okay.
And then use my move action, my main action. And then I will, if I see somebody take like a really serious hit, I will use Healing Word on them as a reaction. But in my bonus action slot. Is that how that works?
No, you can't save a bonus action. You can only save an action.
Reasonable enough. Then I will pass.
Next up is Juliet.
Alright, so standing in the grease, Juliet is going to... Where is that? Juliet is going to cast Magic Missile at level 2 on that High Elf Wizard for 14 points of damage. Nice.
Alright.
Then Juliet is going to notice the grease and kind of fall with it and go prone. That is the end of her turn.
You're not going to move.
You're going to
just
stay there?
gonna...
You're not even going to try to...
If I'm prone, they get disadvantage on their attack rolls, ranged.
Ooh.
That's a good point.
That is clever.
The blows.
Vic, you're up.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, it seems everybody's doing pretty well. I want to give that High Elf a chance to cast. I'm gonna cast Hold Person against her again.
Okay.
Like an ass. It's 14 DC.
That's a 9. She fails again.
Wow.
Ah.
And that ends my turn. Yep.
Alright, next up is High Elf 1. Who is going to run up here behind Alunodas and stab him with a short sword. That's a 16 and 11.
They both miss.
Alright, High Elf 2 is up. She is going to fire 2 arrows at you, Alunodas. Let's see, 24 and a 21.
A what in the 21?
A 24.
Okay, well, they're both going to hit.
Alright, the first one's for 10 damage and the second one's for 10 damage.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and catch the first one and wing it back at her.
Okay, so it's a d8 plus 5.
Well, I have to roll to hit, of course.
That hits, 19.
19. Okay. 12 damage.
Alright.
And I took 10 from the second arrow.
Yes.
Alright.
This High Elf Wizard is going to move here and is going to cast Lightning Bolt. Juliet, Talia, and Alexander.
As a reaction, Juliet is going to cast Counterspell.
Oh,
Fuck you.
Oh, that's fancy.
Alright,
What a
so
hero.
that's a 3rd level spell, so it just fizzles. So this High Elf takes out this rod and cloth and, starts rubbing it together and chanting something. And you see the sparks start growing from the components, and as the spell hits its climax, Juliet just waves her hand and the spell fizzles.
Shock block.
Get him out of here.
Next up's Nyfron.
Obviously, Juliet's playing a blue and red deck.
That is a 16, a crit, and a 13. So the first two are going to hit. So that is...
So it was a crit success. Good.
Yeah. So that is a 12 and a 9, so 17 points of damage. And let's roll the crit table. Target is slowed to half movement until the end of the encounter. Dex save ends DC 10. And the negative to the AC is now not in effect anymore. Alright, next up's High Elf 4.
What about Vic? She's at initiative count 0, and it's not organized in the correct order.
Didn't she go after you?
She didn't.
No. Did she?
Yeah. Although
Okay.
it's 0, he didn't order it. He didn't.
I just placed her in
numerically
initiative
order
after
it.
you.
Yeah, I just.
She did hold person.
Oh, okay. My bad.
All good.
Just double check.
Yes, that was your bad.
It was my bad.
High Elf
Bad
4
person.
is going to take a shot at Talia.
How dare.
That's a 10 and an 8. Both are going to miss. High Elf 6
Yay.
is going to move over here out of the fog cloud and is going to take a shot at Talia. That is a 15 and a crit fail. That is, you take disadvantage. Hold on just a second, quit rolling. You take disadvantage on all saves and skill checks for the rest of the day.
Also, I now have I now have 2 dudelets instead of 3 dudelets.
Chiclets.
Dudelets?
But
Dude is
you're
a
a
gender
chick.
neutral term.
Gilandra is up and she makes a 6 on her wisdom save, so she is still held. Luno, you're up.
All right. I am going to start beating the crap out of High Elf 1 a bit, and also Gilandra a bit. I'll decide how I'm going to mix that up in the moment. All right, first attack is going to go against Fucknuts to the north. 15.
That's going to miss.
Second attack to Bitch to the south. Well,
You get advantage
probably.
because she...
Yeah,
So
you have
24,
advantage.
10 to her. Third attack is going to go Dude to the north. 25.
That's going to hit.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and do Flurry of Blows again. So, Dude to the north.
He's already dead.
Oh, he's dead? Never mind. So, I'll just go ahead and do both my Flurries of Blows to Gilandra. So, 23 to her. And, ooh, looks like a crit. Oh, yeah.
Do keep in mind, since she's in hold person, every attack you hit is automatically a crit against her.
Yes.
So,
Is it? Oh. Okay.
Yep.
So,
Crit damage.
all sorts of crit damage. So, but okay, what about the critical roll table sort of thing? Okay, anyway.
You only get that for what you roll. So
Okay.
it's the crit damage that the other ones have.
Okay, so I'll roll. What is my damage? D6 plus 5, or another D6
It's already
For that
calculated
second
in the
thing I
flurry of blows, isn't it? It says 10
for the
plus
one
5.
that I rolled. But do I
Oh,
get
the other one
crit
you didn't
damage
roll.
for all of my hits on her?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll roll
Which
another
would be-
D6 for that.
It would be
first
the
one.
second one here that hit, which would be the 10. That was an attack on her because you attacked High Elf 1 first, and
Yes.
then the second one was on her,
Yes.
the third one was on him.
Him again. And now the bottom two are on her. So the top one goes from 10 to 11. My first flurry of blows is going to go from 8 to 13. And that bottom one is already a 12.
Okay, so what's your total damage?
Total damage on her, 11 plus 13 is 24, plus 12 is 36 damage to her. And a 6 on the crit table, if that's the thing we're doing for that last attack.
6 on the crit table. That is bleeding out. You cut your opponent deep or cause internal bleeding. Target takes an extra 1d4 damage each round con save ends.
Ha ha ha.
So roll a d4.
1.
Oh my.
All right.
So
is that it?
yeah. Yeah, that's it for my turn. I'm just gonna stay here beating the crap out of her until she's dead, I think. Oh, wait, lose a cheap one.
Talia, you're up.
All right. So Talia's going to move to the other side of this pillar. And aim at High Elf 4 again. And maybe hit something. Who knows? 20?
That hits.
I'll do my sneak attack. For 17.
Why would you get a sneak
How do you
attack?
get sneak?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
right.
get
No,
sneak
you're
attack.
right. I don't, because he's not 5 feet away from a friend. Oh, I ruined and destroyed a perfectly good sneak attack. Breaks my
That
heart.
was an amazing sneak. You can still be very proud of that roll.
I will be proud of that roll. However, that is a crit.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So I'll roll the crit table. I did not roll. No,
That's a 1.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. That's disappointing.
Well, you still did 15 damage.
I did do 15 damage. I still have 2 dudelets, and I will pass my turn.
All right, High Elf 3 is going to move over here and shoot at Nyfron. That is a 21 and a 9. The 21 is going to hit for 13 points of damage.
Wait a second. I think, freaking... Gosh, Hannah, your roll, you misworded it to where it just reads rolling 1 and then D20.
Yeah.
It didn't roll a
Put a space
D20,
before
it just
D20.
has 1.
That makes more sense, because that's not how it goes together.
Yeah.
Fleet of foot, you quickly attack your opponent and can shift up to your movement even if you have already used your move action. If another creature is within your movement, you can make a basic melee attack on that creature.
Don't punch me.
Okay, I will...
So she could attack High Elf 4 again, then shift down and attack High Elf 2 or something? Or the wizard?
No, she can only move her movement speed to get into melee to attack somebody.
So I'll get in melee of High Elf 4 and do a basic dagger. Right?
Yep,
Like, that should be sufficient. That's a 21.
that hits. For 7 points of damage.
Nice. So you did 22 that round. Nice.
So
Yay!
Nyfron is going to take 13 points of damage.
How did that happen?
He was attacked by High Elf 3, and then you guys interrupted.
Gotcha.
High Elf 5 is going to attack Nyfron with his short sword. That's a 14 and a 24. The 24 is going to hit. Nyfron's going to use his reaction to parry that. That's 7. Okay. All right, Alexander, you're up.
Sure am. I'm going to run up behind High Elf 3 here, and then use lightning bolts downwards. Before I fire,
shit.
I'm gonna say Vic. Yeah, I'm gonna say Vic, Luna, watch out, and then I'm gonna fire. And so the 5 foot diameter that I'm gonna use is here, and then have it just go straight down. I mean, it's 5 foot wide.
So then, then you have to aim it diagonally.
That makes sense. I'm a goofball.
You can just fire it
I
straight
think this
down.
is. Yeah, I think this is just fine.
I'll
Right down here through Luna. As far as
I get a deck save, right? So I'll be okay. Wow.
Watch this nat 1.
And then they do a deck save against my DC of 15.
First one fails. That's 37 points of lightning damage.
Sure is.
Yikes. So that would, Juliet, you would have to make a save. You're prone, that's disadvantage on your dex save, right?
I didn't realize I was getting hit. I thought he was firing straight down. It's
Yeah,
only
it's just
5
straight
feet
down.
wide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the Luna's the only one. I was a goofball and thought that the 5 feet spanned 2 squares.
But yeah, I think
And-
I would have gotten disadvantage on that. I don't recall. Probably.
Gilandra is held, so that's
Held.
an automatic fail.
And I succeeded admirably, so I just sort of jumped over the lightning bolt, said thanks for the warning, and and giggled.
High Elf 6 needs to save. Or I'm sorry, no, that's the wrong one. High Elf 3 didn't save. Hold on. Yeah, that's a crit fail on their dex save, so they're going to eat it. Yikes. So Alexander moves over here, jumps on the steps, lines all these people straight down in a row, and lets loose this lightning bolt that just wrecks 3 of these elves, including Gilandra. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that'll be it. And my invisibility's up and I pass my turn.
All right, Juliet.
Prone says nothing about disadvantage on dex saves. You just have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Huh, that's interesting.
Really? Oh.
And attackers get advantage if they're next to you, disadvantage if they're ranged.
Good to know.
All right, Juliet, you're up.
So if necessary,
Okey-dokey.
you can squirm for glory.
Juliet is going to cast another 2nd level magic missile at the High Elf Wizard. That will be for 11 points of damage.
All right, so you cast this magic missile, and you just catch this high elf right in the chest and just wrecks his ass. He is off the board.
Wait,
Nice.
if he got it in the chest, how did it wreck his ass?
He landed on it.
Yeah,
Elf
honestly.
biology makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
That's it for Juliet.
All right, Vic, you're up.
Okay. She's still whole, right?
Currently, yes.
Yet she's too far.
Wizard's
Should've
dead, but
actually
there are
moved past
plenty
the
of other people
river.
for you to attack along your way to her.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Any way I can flank with Talia? Doesn't seem so.
Remember, the grease is difficult terrain and so on.
Oh, right. Okay.
And you might
I'm gonna
fall
go
down when you
to-
go in.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid that. I'm gonna go to High Elf 2 and attack him twice. 14 and a 24.
24 is going to hit.
Rolled another attack.
Oh, whoops. I'm going to do damage. That's a 10.
All right.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, High Elf 2 is up. If I can find High Elf 2.
Way up, dead.
Oh, no,
He's
he's
next
one.
to Vic.
So he's going to take a short sword and attack Vic twice. That's a 13 and an 8. Both are going to miss. Nyfron's up. He is going to attack High Elf 5. That is... first one's a crit fail. That is, you damage your weapon and take a -1 penalty attacks for the duration of the encounter.
Oof.
And then the second one, that's a 21 for 9 points of damage. The third attack is a... Or actually, no, the first attack would have hit. I've counted this wrong. So it was the second attack that was a crit fail. So the first attack is 28. That's 11 points of damage. So he's going to take this high elf, just skewer him with one of the rapiers. And he is off the board. High Elf 4 is going to attack Talia with his short sword.
How dare.
That's a 24 and a 24.
Alright,
Do you want to try to uncanny dodge either of these?
one of my duders is gone,
Okay.
Checkers.
and I get hit with the other one, which I will uncanny dodge.
Okay, so that's 9 points of damage, reduced to half.
Alright, still have a duder.
Alright, hold on a second, I gotta let the cat out. They both fell asleep.
By the way,
in here,
now
and
that
it's like,
Luno's spending lots of time in the city, I've decided he's going to start turning punk.
goth.
No,
High Elf
punk.
6
He's an anarchist.
is going to run over here to Nyfron and attack with a short sword. That's a 14 to 15. Those are both going to miss. Gilandra is up. See if she can save. That's a 15.
She's free.
Shakes off the effect.
She's going to die soon. Perhaps.
Next up's Luna.
I'm going to beat her to death with my stick. I think that's a solid plan. First attack. Ooh, no, damn, not a crit. Only 22 to hit. 22 to
Yeah,
hit.
that hits.
Does that hit? Okay. For 8 damage. Oop, wrong thing. 18 for the second attack.
That just hits.
8 more damage. Third attack. 26 for 9 more damage.
Damn.
And Flurry of Blows. 15.
That's going to hit.
Oh, really?
Or no, I'm sorry.
right.
That misses.
Okay. Okay, I was surprised. All right, and my second Flurry of Blows. 13. That is also going to miss.
Yep.
All right, so I did 8 plus 8 plus 9. Dang, 25 points of damage that time.
All right. Anything else?
That's my turn.
Okay, Talia, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to try to stab High Elf 4. I feel like my character's boring. This makes me sad.
Oh, you have so much stuff you can't do. You could stab.
I'm gonna stab him. It's okay. It's fine.
You have poison and dodge
20.
abilities.
That hits.
Ooh.
And then my offhand, 16.
That hits.
So for 12 damage total.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That's. I mean.
All right. High Elf 3 is going to attack Alexander with a short sword.
Ah!
That is a 10 and a 13.
Ah! None of them hit.
All right, Alexander, you're up.
I will use a bonus action and switch out my short bow with a longsword, and then try and hit him with my longsword.
You hear the dagger whisper, "Use me."
10.
I told you.
And pass.
All right,
Can you
Juliet,
make
you're
the
up.
dagger sound more whiny and passive aggressive?
Use me.
Come on.
Julia is going to fire a what is it? Flame bolt, firebolt at High Elf number 3.
Is that fog cloud still there? Can you do something with it?
Yeah, I mean I can just dismiss it, but why not?
can't
If I need to
literally-
run in there for cover,
Ah,
and 18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
All right, for 16 fire damage.
Yikes.
damn.
Yikes, those are high.
So you fire this flame bolt into the back of this high elf, and you just see it collapse to the floor on fire, and is off the board.
I've got you, Alexander. And Juliet ends her turn.
All right,
No,
Vic, you're
you're
up.
my fiance. No, not him.
Vic, you're up.
My turn, right?
Yep.
Gonna Do I want to burn another spell slot? I think not. I'll go ahead and hit the guy next to me twice. Oh, that's great. And a 20.
Nice.
Nice, both hit. Go ahead and
And I'm
let's
gonna
do the
use
damage
Divine
first.
Smite on both.
Oh, nice.
You might kill him with the first one, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's 28 damage on the first hit.
Oh, that is exactly what you needed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So go down.
And I get 10 temporary hit points.
Nice. Now you still have an attack. You can move and kill. Help me kill
Yep.
what's her nuts. Or you could go somewhere else and kill someone else, I guess.
I mean, nah. I go for the BBG. Yeah, so I can flank. Okay.
I don't think you can. Can you stand? I think that's.
Can I stand there?
I don't know.
Actually?
Yeah, you can stand there.
It looks like steps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Gonna hit her once. Right. I miss.
No, you have advantage.
Oh, I do, right. Thank you. Slightly better roll.
Those are gonna miss.
And don't. Oh, and what about the crit table? You might have gotten some sort of nifty thing.
But he died.
Yeah, but you still might have gotten some nifty thing from the.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
sometimes
roll a
it's an
d20.
advantage to you.
True.
Sometimes it's a disadvantage to them. And it's fun.
17. the crit
Attacker
table?
gets a combat advantage on next turn. Which doesn't mean anything because
next
you've
turn.
already got advantage.
Yep,
Nyfron's
that's my
up.
turn.
Is going to turn and attack High Elf 6. That is a 15, a 19, and a crit fail. So that's going to hit. And then the crit fail. That is take -5 to initiative for the rest of the day. Doesn't matter. High Elf 4 is up. Is going to try to poke Talia with his short sword.
How dare!
So 14 and 11, both of those are going to miss.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure how that works with my last duder.
I think your duder only disappears if you get hit, right?
Right.
Right, but the duder's AC is 13.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I'm not supposed to give that away. It's lower than mine. It's 10 plus my shoot, what was it?
So the first one would hit one of your mirror images for 11 points of damage.
Only if it was attacking the mirror image, I think, right?
Right,
No,
which
it
I have
hits-
to roll.
Doesn't it hit the regular mirror? It should hit the regular mirror image, doesn't it? Because its AC is lower, but it's still technically a part of you. I'll look it up real
Alright,
quick.
so yeah, I'm looking at 3. Alright, if each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher, 8 or higher with 2 duplicates, 1 duplicate, an 11 or higher.
So you've got to roll that die first.
Yeah, I have to roll that die.
Do it.
We're looking at your Google screen now, Blake.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the mirror image.
I mean, on the Twitch stream. I don't know if you want.
Alright, so it would
Yeah,
hit
no,
my
I know.
duder because it's an 11 or higher, which makes it my last duder, and he is gone.
Okay. High Elf 6 is going to attack Nyfron.
1.5.
That's a 13 and a 20. The 20 is going to hit for 6 points of damage. Alright, next up is Gilandra. Who's going to say, "You infuriating wood elf." And is going to cast Misty Step. And then is going to turn. And you are going to see this, like the color of this bowstring change to like this blackish, purplish energy. And
Oh dear.
so that is a 19 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay.
Thank goodness for my boots.
So she's going to fire again. That is a 27.
That will hit.
Okay. Give me a charisma save.
Okay.
First, you're going to take 16 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going to deflect missiles, definitely.
Okay.
So it's going to be D10 plus Dex mod plus monk level, so... Oh, I actually have to think of that. But D10 plus monk level is 7, so 15, plus my Dex mod is more than that, so I'm going to reduce all the damage. I think that means I caught it.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a T point to whip it back at her.
So, before you can whip it back, you catch this thing. You don't take any damage, but I need you to make a charisma save.
Still needed my charisma save, okay.
Because, like, the whole arrow is enchanted, so if you touch it,
Gotcha. 19.
All right. So you catch the arrow, and it's going to dissipate in your hand.
Okay.
And nothing happens.
So I can't whip it back at her. All right. But
Oh,
would
nice.
have done
It's one of
something,
those
but
bows.
it didn't do the thing.
All right. So she gets infuriated that didn't work, and is going to attack you 2 more times. That's a 20
That will hit.
for 12 points of damage.
Okay. Do I have to do another charisma thing, or...?
No, not right now.
Okay.
The second attack is a 26
That will also hit.
for 10 points of damage.
Dang. See, if it hadn't been for Vic's hold person, I would have been in trouble well before this. I was expecting to have to run away at some point, but...
Gilandra is going to action surge,
Oh dear.
and
She's been holding this in for a while.
yeah, that same purplish blackish energy pops back up. She is going to fire another arrow at you.
What did I do? Let's beat her
That's-
half to death.
That is a 21.
Ah, that'll hit.
I'm going to need a charisma saving throw.
18.
Okay, so nothing happens. She is going to fire her bow again. That's an 18. That's going to miss.
Yep.
She's starting to get frustrated. You see fire pop up around her bowstring again. That is an 18. That's going to miss.
I'll miss.
But I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw.
21.
All right.
God
you
damn,
passed.
you're rolling hot tonight.
Yeah.
She is going to take one more shot.
Didn't even need my whole person with that rolls.
And that's
Also,
19.
she's not talking with the right accent. You've been fucking her up. She should be all sudden hit the Appalachian. Sorry.
No, that's Wood Elves. High Elves are Thurston Hal the Third.
Oh, right.
That's a 19. That's going to miss. All right. What else can she do? Nope, she already took her bonus. All right, that's it for her. Next
Okay,
up is
hold on, I'm
Luna.
looking at wholeness of body real quick. Not sure if it's an action or a bonus or what. Damn it. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and not heal. I'm going to run up and keep beating the crap out of her. And now I'm going to do that. First attack. Oh dear. Yeah.
That's a crit.
Yes.
Nice.
Critical.
Nice.
For 13 damage. And the crit table. 15.
And you get another attack roll, right?
I get 2 more.
Disarming strike. One target drops weapon and must use an action to pick it up. So she is going to drop her bow.
Haha. Okay. So that's the first attack. Second attack. 10.
10.
That'll miss.
That's a miss.
Third attack. 27.
Hits.
That's 11 more damage, and of course, flurry of blows. Because she's the most dangerous thing in the room. besides me. First flurry, only 13. Second flurry, 15.
Miss.
So both of those miss. Alright, and that is Luna's turn.
Talia, you're up.
Alright, so gonna continue with the stabbing. But actually, no, I'm not. I lied. I'm casting Mirror Image again, using my second spell slot in level 2 spells.
Alright, do you want to
Do I get a bonus action?
move? Nope.
Okay.
Wait, yes, you do.
Well, you
If she
do get a
takes an
bonus action, you
she
just can't attack as a bonus.
Right.
action.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna disengage and get away from him.
Okay.
Wait,
And
you
I'm
move?
done.
Alexander, you're up.
That's me. I will take up my dagger, dash behind High Elf 6, and try and attack him with my dagger. 11.
That's going to miss.
Oh, wait, I get advantage.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Worse.
Pass.
Juliet, you're up.
Alright. While still prone, Juliet is going to move 5 feet to the left, stand up using half of her movement, which is 20 feet so far, and then she's going to use her action to equip a shield. That is the end of her turn.
All right. Vic, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna go to her and attack her once. I think that's a flank, right?
Yep.
Yes. It's a miss. That's a 9.
Not quite.
Yep.
And
Also.
for my second attack, I'm gonna try and grapple her,
Okay.
which is
Be an athletics check.
yep, 19. It's a 19.
Yeah, I'm rolling her acrobatics.
Oh,
right now.
okay. I wasn't sure if I pressed the right key.
That's a 21. She squirms out of your grasp.
Oh wow. Okay. And that's the end of my turn.
Glory.
Nyfron's up. Is going to attack High Elf 6. So that's a 19. He's absently going to poke High Elf 6 with this rapier, run him through, and then continue running past as that elf hits the ground. And is going to run over here and attack High Elf 4. That's a 20 and a 24. Both of those are going to hit for 8 points of damage and 7 points of damage. So you're going to see this one go down.
Gosh darn it, Nyfron, that was my kill.
You might be able to steal Gilandra from me.
He
the plan.
is going to use his bonus action to dash.
Didn't he already use that for his attacks?
No, that was his regular movement.
No, I
So-
mean for his offhand attack. That would have been a bonus, right?
His
Unless
first
he just
attack,
naturally has 3 attacks.
right?
Wow. I am impressed.
Next up is Gilandra. She is going to Misty Step again.
I'm going to counterspell that.
Haha.
Get
Okay.
that shit out of there. But I'm out of counterspells, so.
All right, so she is going to pick up her, instead of her bow, she is going to pull out a longsword.
I was about to laugh if she had Misty stepped without picking up her bow.
She is going to attack Vic'ala. That's a 20 and a 21 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay, that is going to be for 25 points of damage.
Any of those are crit?
No.
Okay.
She just hits really hard. What else can she do? She is
die.
going to... Yeah, that's it for
She
her.
should die.
Luno, you're up.
Alright. This bitch is toast.
Actually, no, she gets one more attack. I forgot.
Damn it.
But
Other
she had
people
to
aren't
use an
allowed to be
action
awesome
pick
like
up her
us.
thingy.
She's using her longsword. She hasn't even picked the bow back up. That's an 18.
Okay.
Does that hit you, Vic?
It's exactly my AC.
Okay, that's 7 more points of damage.
You don't have a shield or anything, or a shield spell kind of thing or anything?
Not as a reaction.
Okay.
Lino, you're up.
Okay. Now she's toast. Alright. Yep, gonna beat her to death. First attack,
Miss.
14. Second attack,
That's a hit.
11. Damn. Oh wait, no, I'm getting
Advantage.
I have advantage, so 27 is
Yeah.
gonna hit. Alright, so 11 damage. Third attack,
Hits.
18. Alright, and instead of flurry of blows, I'm just gonna do a bonus strike. Oh, that's a crit! So 13 more damage. And a 6 on the crit table.
You cut your opponent deep. Targets 1d4.
Oh, I forgot, she's been bleeding this whole time.
So
I wrote
go
that
ahead
crit
and
way
roll.
back in the day.
She hasn't been making. I want to have her make. Go ahead and do the 1d4, and I want to make her do 2 con saves.
So D4, and then she's had a couple of other bleeds this whole time. Probably won't make much difference unless she's already like, really close to dead.
That's a 16, so she would have passed those other ones. How much damage was that? 1?
1 for this lead.
Okay. Anything else?
And nope, that's it for Alunodas' turn.
All right, Talia, you're up.
So she's gonna move over here next to Silverbow and attack. That's a 15,
It's a miss.
a 25,
That hits.
and I'm gonna be able to sneak attack this time.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
So that is 13 damage total.
All right, Alexander, you're up.
Yep.
Unless you
I
want to do
am
something else, Talia.
Going.
I don't
I
think
think
I
that was
can.
all of her action stuff.
Okay, Alexander.
Okay, I will move forward a little bit and then switch over to my short bow and try and shoot Silverbow with my short bow. And that's an 11 to hit.
Miss.
And that's my turn. Pass.
Juliet.
Alright, Juliet is going to, as a free whatever, she's going to dismiss the fog cloud, because we don't need that so much anymore, and move towards the door. And ready an attack action. If any enemy comes within 5 feet, she's going to attack. I forgot to pull out a sword, so she's just going to unarmed.
Did you
that's
move
it.
through the grease?
3 degrees? I moved 6 squares.
Yeah, did you move through the grease?
No, I moved around it. That's why I couldn't get as far.
Okay. Vic, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna attack her twice. Hopefully do something. So
Wow.
that's 224.
Holy shit.
Yep, you hit twice. Roll your damage.
Okay, I'm gonna do some damage. I'm gonna divine smite those 2, by the way.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 9 and a 7 and 2 divine smite, which in total is another 11 damage overall.
So, what's it look like when you kill this Gilandra Silverbow?
That's a good question. I should have thought about this before.
Cut her feet off. She's wearing boots. She's wearing our boots.
Oh, that's really good. I'm gonna
Cut her off
actually
at the
do
knees.
like, yeah, I'm gonna go like a swipe and cut off her legs, and just take the legs and like, oh, new Nikes.
So, you hack through her legs, and she falls down on her back, and she screams, "Not like this!" And
And I
then,
stab her in the heart.
so she tries to
Second
raise
attack.
her long sword up to deflect it, and you plunge this great sword into her heart, and she expires before you.
Like a jerk.
So you take a look
Alright.
around the room, and everyone in here who isn't part of your party has been dispatched. You look down at the ground, and what appears to be Gilandra's feet inside these boots, still standing upright.
I'm gonna hand over the legs with the feet to Talia while I clean myself really quick.
Yep, that's a good place to end it right there anyway.
That fight would have been a lot more difficult without those hold persons.
Oh my god. I was having serious, concerns that she was just going to wreck you guys. Because she's wearing the boots, she's an Arcane Archer. She gets 4 attacks around. The thing that you kept having to save against would have been really bad for you, Alunodas. It was a banishing arrow.
Ooh. That does sound bad. I don't know what it does, but it does sound bad.
It's basically a banishment spell.
So would it consign me to another plane of existence for a couple rounds?
And be incapacitated.
Dang.
I'll be honest, given the number of enemies we had and how tough she seemed to be, I had started working on my next character. But then it seemed like that wasn't necessary, so I deleted everything.
You still haven't actually rolled up your Kenku? I've had my sorcerer rolled up for yoinks.
The thing is, I'm trying to figure out how to do a soundboard. But
right.
Yeah, so that's the hardest part. That and a Kenku necromancer, which is my idea, the stats are a little wonky, so I'm still kind of fiddling around with it. Actually, Kevin, if you could give me access to a character sheet to fiddle with on here so that I can actually edit things and it'll do the math for me, that would be fantastic.
Okay. I just wonder how a Kenku can cast spells, because they have to mimic.
They can cast spells though. It's definitely one of the things
this
that
is
they
something
go
that
after.
has been discussed on Reddit.
Yeah, their goal in life is to get their ability to fly back. So a lot of Kenkus go try to learn spells to be able to get their ability to fly back. Now that just means that they have heard it somewhere. And
the ability to cast spells doesn't mean they're casting a particular language. It's just a verbal component, so they could be mimicking the sounds of nature.
That's true. It is just a verbal component. It doesn't necessarily require that you say certain things either. I didn't even think about that. It just requires that sound means something to you.
Are you sure about that?
It's on Reddit, so it must be true.
Reddit's bullshit.
If it's on the internet, it must be true.
That's how I know all white cats are deaf.
All right, guys. Well, I need to hop off here because I need to do some work.
Okay.
That was super fun, and I'm sad that I didn't get to knock at least one of you unconscious. That whole person was super clutch.
Also, being able to have not me take the hits where I would have probably been knocked unconscious if I had taken it.
And that a couple of counter spells were nice, and I got a lot of really lucky rolls in there.
Yeah, mirror image for me was probably the best.
I just cast lightning bolt.
Yeah,
lightning
that was
bolt
clutch
also
too.
did a lot of damage.
Yeah, your lightning bolt was great. Yes, that did a lot. That was a lot.
Yes, I will do 110 damage.
All right, I will see everybody next week.
See you next week. Thank you very much.
All right,
Bye, everyone.
thanks everybody.
A couple of good rolls from me, a couple of bad rolls from What's Her Nuts, and that fight went a lot easier than it could have.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If I could ask a halfling-sized favor, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's the best way to support us. New episodes come out every Monday, so make sure to check your podcast app. Do you have an idea to make the podcast better? Tell us about it on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out our website to see all the maps, lore, and characters at dungeonsanddebacklespodcast.com. And now a word from our fantasy sponsor. As an important, powerful, and wealthy person, it could be so hard to stand out in the crowd these days.
Make a statement wherever you go with the latest and forward-thinking fashions from Marcus's haute couture. We have the finest materials from all corners of Suel, exotic dyes in every shade of the rainbow, and unrivaled craftsmanship. Whether it's your wedding, a graduation, a holiday, or a coronation, we have a style for any occasion that will make you look your best. They will know you came to Marcus as soon as you walk into the room. Located in the finest shopping district in Conley and the world, you can find us in the North Market. Marcus's haute couture, because you are worth it. The music you heard on this episode was Rights, The Descent, Crossing the Chasm, and Private Reflection by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0.